Okay. This is an interesting case because I saw this patient for a consult, and then I saw her after she had 8 veneers done. And actually, she was in my schedule, and I didn't realize that she had the 8 veneers done, and I went in thinking that I knew what her teeth looked like, and then I saw what the actual teeth were in her mouth, and she asked to do 6 teeth. And my explanation to her was, if we look at what shows in her smile, it really is emphasized in her 6 teeth. And so when the canines are almost going out like that, and then the premolars or the buccal corridor is tucked in, when you go to put ceramic on, you're inevitably going to make the light reflection more, because porcelain reflects a little more than enamel does, no matter how good you do it, tiny bit. And more reflection, more light means it will appear bigger. And physically, because you don't want to cut the teeth down, your veneer is always going to be a hair bigger than the natural tooth, unless explicitly we are going for a smaller veneer than tooth, which is very hard to achieve, and unfortunately it requires probably too much preparation. Okay, so me looking at this, and she was pretty adamant about wanting to do 6 teeth. I said, it's not going to look right. The uppers is what she originally came with. The lowers is what she came in with when I saw her the second time for a consult. And she had 8 done. And why they didn't do the 10th, I have no idea. But her midline initially was starting to go a little to her right. And you can see that they followed and accentuated that with the veneers. And when you do that, you're creating straight teeth, but they're all slanted to one side. So the axial inclinations are all really going towards her right. And for some reason, the lateral is going the opposite way. But if we take all these lines away, what stands out is really her front 6 teeth, even though they did 8. They look bigger and they're out further. Now, she had a slight flare as well, which makes it even harder. And you can see where there's a little show through. This is the band of the preparation, and then where it meets the ceramic. You have to make sure in whatever your design is that you're covering, you have enough thickness of ceramic to cover that transition so it doesn't shadow like that. And again, full face, her original teeth, for all intents and purposes, looked much better than the new 8 veneers. I mean, you have these 6 blocky teeth. She has a 6-tooth smile. It looked better before. Again, the idea is to minimize and deflare the anterior teeth, but really build out the buccal corridor so it has a nice flow to it. So after she came in, we took these 8 veneers off and we put her in temporaries. Now, in temporaries, what did we do? We minimized the centrals, minimized and put the axial inclinations of the canines in the right place. We built out the buccal corridor, and we straightened the midline. And then how this looks in her full face, it looks more like it's supposed to, right? So you're seeing the full 10 teeth in the smile now. The front 6 aren't standing out. Once we get this done in temporaries the way that we're supposed to, it's pretty easy to follow into the permanence. So into the permanence, this is the 10 porcelain veneers that we did. So again, axial inclination straight, laterals good, canines angled in like they're supposed to, buccal corridor built out, but still following the jawline. And the jawline is going to create this angle right here. And so how this looks in a full face is balanced. And so if you look at the 8 veneers that she had done versus the 10 veneers that we had redone, it's interesting because if you look at the bridge of the nose, and we're really designing these teeth around facial features, and the bridge of the nose was wider on her. And as you create this kind of bulky 6 teeth sticking out, it emphasizes the width of the nose. Whereas when you build out the buccal corridor and you narrow the front teeth, now it takes away from the base of the nose. So, overall, it did what it was supposed to. That's it.